Hey there, Michael Douglas, Superintendent of Decatur City Schools. Want to get some information out to our parents. Thank you. We're coming to the end of the first 9 weeks. We're every day we get to go to school has certainly been a blessing. I appreciate all our parents for following the guidelines, and we're taking every day one day at a time. Today, Friday, October the 2nd, that's the deadline to declare if you're a virtual student or a blended virtual and you want to start back in-person learning. That day will actually, the first day back will actually be October the 19th. We needed to have a 2-week window in case we do have to shift staff. If I have a large number that comes back from virtual, I may have to shift teachers. And in some cases, it could affect your student. They may have to change classrooms. Obviously, we can't take every student coming back and just put them in overload a classroom. So just know that shuffle may occur, but we'll give you plenty of notice. That's why we set the deadline for today so that we could um, work on shifting staff where they need to go. As of yesterday, we had about 300 students that intend to come back, and that number seems to be growing. A couple of things. Fall break. I said this earlier, but I wanted to make sure my parents knew and were well informed. Fall break is Monday, October 12th and 13th. And then October 14th, 15th, and 16th is a virtual day. Those are virtual days. The teachers will report. We needed a trial run of what a full virtual shutdown would look like. But for the student, they will receive their learning from home. So I wanted to give you time to plan for that. Those days are scheduled school days. So attendance will be taken. If you don't log in or if we don't hear from you that day, you will be counted absent. And that could bring in other issues in terms of unexcused absences, grades. So the grades count. It is a regular school day. It was submitted to the state. They're anticipating that as a school day. So regardless of your geographic location, that is an actual school day. And your school will send home the specific hours of class periods. It's kind of set up to where the majority of the instruction is in the morning, and then the afternoon is for office hours and individual meetings. But I can't reiterate enough that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, those are scheduled school days. So even though you won't be physically present in school, you must log in. If you're a virtual student, it's like any other day. But that blended virtual and the traditional student, you're going to need to ensure that you log in and that you do any assignments that are assigned. So don't think that because it's backed up to a fall break that we're not having school. It is we are having school October the 14th through the 16th. It's just going to be delivered virtually. We're going to deep clean the building on Friday, the 16th. I feel like we need to do that prior to flu season. And more than anything else, we just need to see what this is going to look like district wide. Obviously, this past week we had a school that had to shut down Monday because we got information on Sunday. It was a good trial run for one school, but we really have to try this district wide. So I just wanted to make sure that you had made accommodations for October 14th, 15th, and 16th. Attendance counts. And like I said, look for that schedule from your school. They'll follow the schedule that they put out, but that'll come out from your individual school. From a COVID standpoint and safety, really want to thank our city council, our mayor, because of their giving us some of their CARES Act money. We are actually going to be able to put in desk shields for grades 3, 4, and 5, including pre-K. We had already bought desk shields for the lower grades, but we're going to be able to add pre-K and upper elementary. So on October 19th, after that fall break week, we should have desk shields for all pre-K through 5th grade. So when you see your city council person or the mayor, just let them know thank you. We have a great relationship with our city and can't say enough about their supported Decatur City Schools. COVID this week's been concerning. This is probably our highest week. The actual numbers will be sent out. I would give you the number in my head, but I'm afraid it's been changing daily. But we've moved out of single digits into the teens in terms of positives, and this is probably our largest quarantine since school has started. Part of that is probably the Labor Day effect, and then part of it is we've had more students coming back. Still relatively low in terms of overall student population, but I told you I'd be transparent. But this in terms of positives and quarantines has been our highest week since we've started school. So that's something we will closely monitor, and it really does highlight, just like Austinville experienced. Guys, every day we get is a blessing, but we do need to be prepared. Students need to take their device home on a nightly basis, because we really think it's just only a matter of time before if we do get a spike, or if we do get a spike in a school, we'll need to transition to full virtual district wide. So we've been able to get a bunch of days in, and I think that has helped from an instructional standpoint, but we still must be prepared, and please take precautions. I know fall break's coming up. A lot of people be traveling. Social distance and wear the mask. Help us out, because it seems like every break, whether it be 2 or 3 weeks after that break, we have a spike, and really a large spike, in the November months when it's getting colder in the beginning of flu season. That could impact our ability to have school, and our goal is to have school open as many days as possible. I want to thank all our parents. I appreciate the emails. Please continue to send the emails. We need the feedback. Communicate with your principals. We try to fix things. Sometimes we can't. I know some people agree with some of the things we're doing. Some people don't. I can tell you we're doing the very best we can to give your children the very best education we can, and we couldn't do that without you guys. So I appreciate all my parents, but I promise you I'd get you updates, and I also kind of wanted to to be transparent that the COVID numbers this week were concerning. So virtual, if you're coming back, need that information today so that we can plan. Don't forget, October 14th, 15th, 16th are going to be virtual days. Teachers and administrators will be at the school. Students will be at home or another geographic location. Everything counts: grades, attendance. Please sign in. And then lastly, let's make sure we take care of those guidelines. Wear your mask, and have a great day.